My name is Joan Crawford, and I've got a secret.
I've got a secret. Brought to you tonight by Good Seasonings for salad dressing mixes that let you create your own dressing. Different dressings with flavor and freshness you can't buy ready-made. Live from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. I would like you to meet the members of our panel, who fortunately are Bill Cullen and Betsy Palmer.
Good evening.
And Happy Henry Morgan.
Yeah.
And Bess Myerson, and that's the group. Having met the panel, now let's greet our first group of contestants, please. Will you come in, gentlemen? Now, panel, I'm not going to introduce these people to you just yet because their names are their secrets. If you'll remember, some months ago, we had 4 people on I've Got a Secret whose occupations bore a direct or indirect relationship to their careers. In other words, we had 2 flyers on, and they were the Wright brothers. Remember, 2 young fellows named Wright. Well, we had such fun that time, we decided to repeat with 4 different people and different occupations. Keeping that in mind, Bill, we would like to have you figure out this gentleman's name. This is Dr. X, who is very important in the field of education. In fact, he is the superintendent of schools in my hometown of Baltimore. And, sir, if you whisper to me, we'll show our audience what your name is. Good. Now, Bill, what could a gentleman who has his doctorate in education possibly be named? What would be an apt name for an educator?
Dr. Teach.
Dr. Teach?
Yeah.
Sounds like baby talk. No, it's not Dr. Teach. Take another couple more guesses.
Do I just have to guess, or can
No,
I
you can ask questions.
Does your name have to do with your profession, Doctor?
Not altogether.
Well, but it'd be very difficult for him to practice his profession without his name, or without what his name implies.
Dr. Rod, as in spare thee and spoil thee?
Not Dr. Rod, no.
Dr. Cram.
Dr. Cram?
Dr.
Bill, you're just not using your head. I want you to meet the superintendent of Baltimore schools. This is Dr. Brain. Dr. George Brain, do you feel that your name influenced you in your choice of career at all?
No, not at all, Gary.
Just as well as you got one, though, isn't it?
I agree.
You had a tough time getting along. All right, now let's get to this gentleman to my left. Now, Betsy, this gentleman has achieved an eminent position in the state of Texas. As a matter of fact, he is the state treasurer of Texas, and you know how much money they got down there. Now, sir, will you whisper your name to us? And do you know, with a name like that, the people elected him to the job of state treasurer? All right, Betsy, what do you suppose someone who's responsible for all of the state of Texas's money would be called?
Well, only because of what you said a little bit ago. Could it be Mr. Robber?
No, but let me tell you, you're on the right track.
Mr. Steele?
Now, Mr. Steele.
Mr. Crook?
Betsy, say hello to the state treasurer of Texas, Jesse James. Mr. James, how does it feel to be on the... Did you feel that your name influenced you on being the right side of the law?
Not at all. I just always said I was a good boy trying to live down a bad name, Gary.
You're trying to make a bad name into a good one. I'm sure you're doing it. You don't happen to have a brother Frank, do you?
I have a sister named Frankie.
Sister named Frank. I should have known. Now, Henry, for a change of pace, we'll tell you this gentleman's name, and you guess what he does. Now, Henry, this man has a very unusual name by anyone's standards. His first name, and this is legitimate, his first name is Dill, and his family name is Pickle. This is Dill Pickle. And he is from Hollandale, Mississippi. Now, Mr. Pickle, if you'll whisper your occupation to me, we'll show it to our audience at home.
It's only...
Henry, if your name were Dill Pickle, what would you do? I don't mean it that way. I mean, just tell us Dill Pickle's occupation.
Oh, he makes vinegar.
No,
He grows cucumbers.
no. Think of expectant mothers.
Oh, he's not an obstetrician. That's ridiculous. No. Think of expectant mothers. Now, how long do I get? I got a few months. No, honey, wait. Let the big brain louse this up by himself. Dill Pickle, expectant mothers. You know, I don't get anything.
Bill
What?
does.
Oh,
Do you?
Bill
Wait,
got it.
my right-hand man.
What do you think, Bill?
He's an ice cream maker.
He sells ice cream. Mr. Bill, may I ask how your parents, Mr. Pickle, may I ask how your parents came to name you Bill?
This is the family doctor.
So it is a legitimate name. It's not a joke name.
Right.
Well, I'm sure that all of you gentlemen are just sick of jokes about your name, but that's the way it goes.
Oh, no.
No? You don't mind? Good for you, Bill. All right, now let's get on with our last contestant here. Beth, this young man is a gas station attendant in Salt Lake City. And, sir, will you whisper your name to it? Now, what would be a good name for a gas station attendant?
A gas station attendant. Donald Flat.
Flat? Could be,
No.
but it isn't.
Is it anything to do with gas? Gasoline? Yes? Is it Donald Gas? Is it petrol?
His name isn't Ethel, I'll tell you that. What do you say when you drive into a gas station?
Fill her up.
Yeah, this is Mr. Filler Up. That's his name. This young man's name is Deloy Filler Up.
Oh, no. It
Yeah, yes,
can't be.
Listen, there's a thing, you may have seen it. It's not too far from the Merritt Parkway. It's a legitimate sign. You know,
Yeah.
not hand-lettered or anything. A big sign says, "Eat here. Get gas."
Oh, no good. I bet that does a lot of good for their sake. I have some very dear friends in the town of Northeast Harbor, Maine, by the whose last name is Fly. F-L-Y-E. Delightful, charming people. And Mrs. Fly makes sandwiches, and out in front of the shop it says Fly Sandwiches. And she makes the best sandwiches in the world. Gentlemen, thank you all very much for putting up with us tonight. It's been a joy seeing you all. Now, this is great stuff. Garlic, but you gotta go easy. Just the right touch does it. And here is the touch that you'll like. Good Seasons cheese, garlic, salad, dressing mix. It's an exclusive mix from General Foods. It's blended with fine blue cheese, the right touch of garlic, and more good things, more flavor makers. Flavor like this, nobody can bottle for you. You get it only with Good Seasons, mixed with your own fresh salad oil and vinegar. And here you have it. Good Seasons, great cheese garlic salad dressing. Why don't you try it tomorrow? You will see. Flavor like this, nobody can bottle for you. Now it is time for us to meet our special guest for tonight, one of the truly great ladies of the motion picture industry. In June, she will start filming her next motion picture called Straight Jacket for Columbia Pictures. She is also currently serving as chairman of the Stars for Mental Health. Here is Miss Joan Crawford. It appears you have friends. I kind of have a feeling you are liked. Now, Pamela, Miss Crawford has a delightful secret for you to work on, so if you whisper it to me, Joan, we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home, and here we go. Now, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Well, I'm not quite so sure.
Oh? Well, why not? Why are you not sure? Oh, wow. See what you mean. Final proof concerns something that is going to happen, and let's start the questioning with Henry Morgan, please.
Miss Crawford, is what's going to happen have anything to do with the $6 million worth of jewelry you're wearing?
No.
Listen, you must have one other secret that probably isn't even brought into it. How do you look so magnificent?
Because she is magnificent.
Oh,
Magnificent. $20 down, $60 to go, and we go place to Beth.
I'd like to add my compliment to Henry's too, Joan. You look beautiful tonight. Joan, this secret that's going to happen, does it involve any of us?
Yes, it does, Beth.
Oh, a female panelist rather than a male?
Yes, ma'am.
Betsy?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it?
$40 down and $40 to go, and we go to Bill Cullen.
Joan, in front of Betsy, there is a pair. Are a pair? There are a pair.
There is
There is two earphones. And they've never been here before, and we can't help seeing them. Are they going to have anything to do with what's going to happen to Betsy?
For a moment, yes.
You might hold them up so the audience can see them too, Betsy, so they'll know what you're talking about. We'll explain what they're about a little later on.
That's the improved Arthur Godfrey model.
$60 down, $20 to go, and Betsy.
It's going to happen to me tonight? It's going to happen to you, dear. Is it because you and I are old friends? That's right. And you only do this to me because I am your friend. And because I love you. Because you love me? Yes, dear. I love you more?
Panel, you settled back. We are in for a very rare treat, my friends, and I think a television first, because as far as I know, Joan Crawford has never done a dramatic scene on television. And her secret is that she will tonight, right here on this stage, and her co-star will be Betsy Palmer. Now, Betsy, I know this comes as something as a shock to you, but don't worry. We have picked a scene with which you should be very, very familiar, right?
I would think so.
It's the scene that you did together. What was the name of the movie?
That's right. The big scene we had together in Queen Bee just before she committed suicide.
Oh, you're
It was
kidding.
8 years ago, and I hope Betsy remembers the line.
I
I'm
don't remember.
sure you couldn't forget a scene opposite Joan Crawford. Now, if we can have the curtains open, we have a television set on which we will show everyone the original scene. And Betsy, just to prove my point, I would like you to put on those special earphones in front of you. They will make it impossible for you to hear any of the dialogue. You're just going to hear a kind of a roaring noise in your ear. Will you put them on and signal me when you can't hear? You can't hear anything, right?
No.
Okay.
Is this what you did to Jackie Leonard?
Kind of the same thing.
She looks like a football
I
player.
Frank, will you roll the film, please? Here we go.
What am I supposed to do?
I'll tell you.
Carol, I'm interested in you. After all, I am fond of you and want you to be happy. And even though it hurts me terribly, I think we should talk about you and Judd. What about us? Oh, Carol, you're so good. It's hard for you to imagine that others aren't. Well, as nice as you are. I'd like to prepare you, that's all. For anything you might hear about Judd. What are you talking about? I'm talking about men. I know men and I know Judd. You know your men. Any man's my man if I want it that way. Not Judd. Judd's like other men. No better, no worse. Are you trying to tell me Judd's been carrying on some cheap affair I don't know about? Is that it? Ask him. I think I'll go running to him with something as stupid as this. Think I'll let you spoil things for us at the last minute? Ask him. No, I won't ask you. I won't go to him with your lies. I wouldn't lie to you about something as important as this. Hmm? It's true? Tell me who it is. Who do you think?
all right. Will you signal, Henry, will you signal to Betsy to take off the earphones, please? Now then, Betsy, will you come over here and join us at the desk, please? Just come over here and sit next to your acting partner here. Well, we'll find out.
Well, you were the talker in that one last year.
Well, now, we're going to show this film once more, and this time there will be no sound, and Joan will repeat her line. Well, no, actually, there was a goof up here in the studio. You could not hear the sound in the studio, but I understand it was heard at home. It did go out over the air.
Nobody can hear it here?
No.
Isn't that
you could
lovely?
save yourself all the trouble. But now, here's the thing, is that Joan is going to repeat her lines, and she's going to try to lip sync it with the film. And Betsy, you do the same, just to prove to us that you remember every word. Okay, Frank?
I don't.
I'll tap you when your time comes to talk. Okay, Frank, roll the film, please.
Carol, I'm interested in you, and after all, I am fond of you and want you to be happy. And even though it hurts me terribly, I think we should talk about you and Just. What about us? Good girl. Oh, Carol, you're so good. It's hard for you to imagine that others aren't, well, as nice as you are. I'd like to prepare you, that's all, for anything you might hear about Just. What are you talking about? Good girl! I'm talking about men, and I know men, and I know Just. You're saying something now. You're saying? Well, let's see. Any man's my man if I want it that way. Oh, is that what I'm saying to you, Joe?
No, that's what I said to you.
Oh, isn't this too much? Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously, you
Just
don't
like
know.
other men. No better, no worse. Oh, no, you can't say that about Judge. Judge's a very fine man. Steve, how can I tell when I'm saying when my back is to the camera all the time? I wouldn't lie to you about anything like this. That helps, Norman. A lot. Oh. I can't begin to even think of what those words are. Who do you think?
Who do you think? Got a mind like a steel trap in your head. Thank you, Betsy.
That was 8 years ago.
Something like her. Here's your dollar.
I think I better. I'm glad you remembered yours, Joan. I didn't. I had cards.
And, Joan, we will see you again later on in the program tonight. Thank you so much. Joan Crawford. Well, somebody seems extra happy tonight. And what's up, Sally Ardrey?
My morale. Strawberry shortcake for dessert. And Dream Whip dessert topping will make it extra elegant. It will look exactly like the kind of shortcake that disappears first at Strawberry Festival. But a Dream Whip shortcake won't take hours to fix. I'll use prepared cake layers, fresh or frozen strawberries, and Dream Whip. Just whip up Dream Whip dessert topping mix according to directions on the box. Dream Whip, fresh tasting, naturally delicious, the freshest flavor ever whipped. Dream Whip never wilts or separates. Look at it. Ever see anything so glorious, so beautiful, so delicious, and so easy? And remember, Dream Whip has only 14 calories per tablespoon serving. So go ahead, make yourself a shortcake real soon with Dream Whip, the freshest flavor ever whipped.
Your favorite.
Now may we invite our final contestants to come and join us, please. Now, the panel you see before you, a new musical quintet called the Cornells. They have been creating a stir in California, and I'm sure the rest of the country will be hearing more about them as their record albums gain distribution. Now, as it happens, each of these young men is related to a famous person. All you have to do, panel, is guess who their famous relative is. You may ask questions. So, fellas, if you whisper to me, we'll show our audience at home who you're related to, and we'll start with the gentleman here on my right. Now, the young gentleman here on my left. I guessed him as soon as I saw him. And now, the young gentleman back here. And the young gentleman in the middle. And finally, the young gentleman on the end. Oh, sure. Okay, we'll forget him. Finally, I'll give you an extra clue just to get you started. I will tell you the name of this young man's relative. His father is Tom Crumpler.
Tom Crumpler?
Tom Crumpler. Well, he's an industrialist, and he wasn't famous until right now, but he is because we've just said his name from coast to coast, so he's now very famous. At any rate, you should recognize each of these other boys' famous relatives. And Bill, we'll start with you. Who is this young gentleman's famous mother?
Well, I'm sorry you gave me him because I knew Tom Crumpler the minute I laid eyes on him. The famous mother?
Yes.
Is there a resemblance? I mean, you know, a reasonable resemblance?
Well, this audience, is there a resemblance there? Some say yes and some say no.
Do I question him or just
yes? Sure, you may.
Oh, is your mother in pictures, sir?
No, not the mother.
So she was? Was she a leading lady?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy?
That's it.
Oh, boy. Now, we gotta figure Gary when Gary said that. Oh, boy.
Bill, this is Peter Lewis, whose mother is Loretta Young.
I thought so.
I thought Betsy had to be done. All right, Betsy, now let's see how well you can do here. It's your turn to guess this gentleman's famous father.
Ray Milan. No. All right. It's close, though, to that.
How can you get close? It either is or it isn't.
Let's see. Was your father known more for one kind of film?
Yes.
Is it? Was it cowboy film?
No.
Let's see. Do you look a lot like your daddy?
Some people say I do. Yeah. Something. I'll give you one more crack at it. I'll give you a little hint. His father's name is I know him by his real name too. His real name is Bud Flanagan.
Bud Flanagan?
Bud Flanagan. This is Jim O'Keefe, Dennis O'Keefe's boy.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And I've never understood why you changed your name from Flanagan to O'Keefe. You know, it's like to Murphy, right?
Better look than his father, too.
That'll tell him. Now, Henry, this young man has a famous father, too. Who is it?
I assume that your father is also a movie star. He has done some, but that isn't what he's known for.
He has worked in films. That's not
That
his
was a sideline of his?
Well, just one or two.
Do you have your father's mannerisms?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so either.
Was your father big the way you are?
Yes.
And his name was not name. Does it begin with an R?
No. You've got 25 more chances. Bill thinks he knows.
Can I take a guess?
Yes.
Is your father an athlete? Yes. Max Baer?
No. Bess, who did you think?
I thought Art Linkletter.
He is. It's Bob Linkletter. All right, we have to hurry now. Now, Bess, this young gentleman here, would you tell me what your famous dad's name is, please? Oh, you know his name. That's right. You got it.
I don't know.
All right. Now, who is this young man?
Your father. In television?
No.
Movies.
No.
Vaudeville. Nightclub.
Once upon a time, no. What is the most famous radio show that there ever was? The biggest. Amos and Andy, and this is Charles Correll Jr., son of Andy. Now, running further, we're running short on time. Let's get over there to your instruments. Here go the Cornells, and they're going to play for you. You listen to their music. Their manager, Steve Yawn, organized the group, and we have, again, Jim O'Keefe on saxophone, Charles Correll Jr. on drums, and Peter Lewis, Bob Linkletter, and Tom Crumpler on guitar. And here is Duke Ellington's famous composition, Caravan. All right, gentlemen. We'll be back to you right after this important message. Go.
This is going to tickle you pink. Now you can build the new, softer hairstyles with a new spray, new Red Label Adorn. The first hairspray with the exclusive holding formula made to let you style by feathering. Watch. Brush lightly, a few hairs at a time. Spray with Red Label Adorn and smooth. No teasing necessary, because now the holding power you need is in the spray, not in the teasing. You can feather for fullness wherever you need it. And when you spray with Red Label Adorn, that fullness will stay. Now, smooth into shape. Feathered hairstyles are newer, softer looking, because there's no snarling underneath. Get Red Label Adorn, the new hairspray with the exclusive holding formula made to let you style by feathering. You'll be tickled pink with new Red Label Adorn. Try it.
Don't miss your chance.
Earlier, I told you that Joan Crawford is the chairman of Stars for Mental Health. And she'd like to talk a little bit about that right now.
I would just like to thank you all and ask you to help the lost children and check with your local mental health. God bless you.
And so for Miss Crawford, for our panel, and certainly for myself, good night, and we'll see you next week.
Create real Italian dressing. Good seasons. An exclusive blend expertly seasoned. Make it fresh with your own salad oil and vinegar. Yours. Italian flavor you can't buy ready-made. Just follow measurements on the mixing bottle. Get one where you buy Good Seasons mixes. I've got a secret that can help you tonight by Good Seasons, the mixing that lets you create different dressings for freshness you can't buy ready-made. Another fine product of General Foods. This is John Cannon speaking.